Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. Students taking the MRT3, LRT1, and LRT2 can ride the trains for 50% off the fare by getting the newly released white personalized beep card starting next month. Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon said this is in line with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s order to ensure faster and more convenient travel for students on their way to school and home. The new beep cards are valid for 1 year, renewable after every school year, and will bear the name of the cardholder. The Department of Transportation, or DOTr, previously released white beep cards with 50% discounts for persons with disabilities or PWDs and senior citizens. Dizon also announced that students, PWDs, and senior citizens will no longer have to fill up forms to avail of discounted cards. He said the DOTr and the Commission on Audit will work together to digitalize the said process.
Kung ikaw ay estudyante, starting September, pupunta ka sa kahit anong station in September, papakita mo ang iyong ID at right then and there, ipiprint ang iyong student beep card in every station sa MRT 3, LRT1, and LRT2.
So one time?
One time. I-renew mo lang yan after every school year.
Earlier, Dizon reiterated President Marcos Jr.'s order to speed up the construction of mass transport projects for the benefit of commuters. This as the DOTr partnered with the city government of Manila to fast-track the construction of the Solis and Blumentritt stations of the North-South Commuter Railway. Dizon and Manila Mayor Isko Moreno led the Tuesday clearing of operations for the project at the Old Antipolo Road. The transport chief expressed confidence in the speedy construction of the stations after 2 years of delay. He noted that partnership of the national and local governments assures that the project will move quickly. For his part, Moreno thanked the president for ensuring the project's implementation and gave the local governments full support for the construction. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, and its attached agency, the National Council on Disability Affairs, or NCDA, has launched the pilot test for the Unified ID system for persons with disabilities. The rollout of the unified PWD ID system started on Tuesday in San Miguel, Bulacan. DSWD spokesperson Irene Dumlao said San Miguel is the first of 35 pilot local government units that will use the unified system. About 200,000 PWDs are expected to participate in the pilot rollout. PWDs who will use the unified ID system can get a digital ID that can be accessible via a mobile app or web portal and a physical RFID-enabled card for offline use. Dumlao said the system will provide LGUs with a more convenient and efficient method of validation for PWD constituents. It will also prevent the fraudulent use of PWD ID cards. The cities of Pasay and Muntinlupa and Santa Rosa in Laguna will also roll out the system this week. The NCDA, meanwhile, will coordinate with other participating LGUs to schedule their respective pilot rollouts. The Unified ID system is part of the Marcos administration's efforts to provide more inclusive programs and policies for vulnerable sectors. The Philippines and Japan are set to enforce on September 11 a Reciprocal Access Agreement, or RAA, that will improve interoperability between their respective military sectors. Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro and Japanese Ambassador to the Philippines Endo Kazuya led the exchange notes on the entry into force of the RAA on Tuesday, with Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. witnessing the ceremony. The exchange completes domestic procedures required for the implementation of the military deal. In her toast remarks, Lazaro said the RAA signals Japan's clear commitment commitment to support the Philippines' assertion of sovereign rights by upgrading its defense capabilities. She also reiterated President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s resolution during his fourth State of the Nation address last July towards ensuring vigilance and self-defense with the help of like-minded allies. For his part, Endo said, the deal highlights the strategic value of security and defense cooperation to protect freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. He said the RAA affirms their mutual readiness to decisively respond to emerging challenges and opportunities. Meanwhile, Teodoro said the deal would also contribute towards resilience among like-minded neighbors, deterrence against parties with opposing values, as well as peace and stability in the broader Indo-Pacific. He stressed that the Philippines shares the same challenges with Japan, as well as Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and France. The Department of Foreign Affairs said the RAA provides a framework for the entry into and exit of defense forces and assets for mutual training and conduct of activities. The RAA was ratified by President Marcos and concurred by the Senate on December 16 last year, while the Japanese Parliament approved the deal last June 6. The Bacolod City government has formalized its partnership with the Corazon Locsin Montelibano Memorial Regional Hospital, or CLMMRH, for the establishment of the Bagong Urgent Care and Ambulatory Service, or BUCAS Plus Center. Bacolod City Mayor Greg Gasataya and CLMMRH Hospital Chief Dr. Joan Serrada signed a memorandum of agreement on Tuesday for the initial 5-year operation of the healthcare facility on the city-owned property in Barangay 14. The BUCAS Plus Center will have an initial 15-bed capacity and will provide telemedicine services and host a HIV/AIDS treatment hub. Gasataya said the construction of the healthcare facility will have a funding of 50 million pesos and is expected to be completed in the next 9 months. Meanwhile, Department of Health Undersecretary Mary Ann Maestra said they will provide the equipment and manpower for the BUCAS Plus Center. She also stressed the vital role of the barangay health workers in the operation of the healthcare facility. The construction of BUCAS Plus Center was proposed by Bacolod City Representative Alfredo Abelardo Benitez before completing his term as mayor in June, aiming to decongest the emergency room of the CLMMRH. In our business news, the Israel Embassy to the Philippines, as well as the Israel technology and cybersecurity companies on Tuesday, acknowledged the potential of the country as an emerging market for cybersecurity solutions. In a cyber roadshow held in Taguig City, Economic Councilor Ofec Venesianer stressed the Philippines' rapid digital transformation, cyber threat exposure, and its strong potential for long-term business partnership. She added that the level of interest from Israel cybersecurity firms in the Philippine market is one of the highest in Asia, with many companies actively seeking to enter or expand in the country. 8 Israeli companies specializing in various cybersecurity fields, from cloud and data protection to securing physical devices, joined the said event to meet with government agencies, private companies, and academic institutions. Venesianer said some of these companies already have local partners, while others are considering to expand operations in the Philippines. Furthermore, Ambassador-designate Dana Kirsch said that the long-standing relationship between the Philippines and Israel makes the country attractive to Israeli firms. Aside from cybersecurity, Israel also sees potential collaborations with the Philippines in the sectors of agriculture, water technology, and food security. Meanwhile, the Department of Tourism, or DOTr, announced a government-funded training for senior citizens based in Manila who are interested to become an accredited community tour guide in Intramuros. The agency said the seminar is free of charge and only have 30 slots open for interested applicants. The seminar will run from September 23 to the 1st of October in coordination with the National Commission of Senior Citizens, or NCSC. The training will focus on teaching the participants the history of the walled city and the basics of becoming a tour guide. To qualify, they must be a resident of Manila City, physically fit, age 60 and above, and be able to converse in English. Applicants need only to submit their accomplished application form, curriculum vitae or resume, 2x2 picture, and a copy of their senior citizen ID from the Office of Senior Citizens Affairs to the NCSC's email address at secadna@ncsc.gov.ph until August 22nd. The agency clarified that all applicants will undergo screening. Only those accepted would be able to participate in the 7-day seminar and DOT accreditation process. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.